to the gameplay portion.
This ad isn't playing for me.
There's an ad. There's an ad.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. If anyone was tuning in early, give us 1 sec. We're gonna do a quick test, real quick, just to make sure the audio's. So I'm gonna put on Super Mario 64 for just a quick second for the purpose of the test. Can you go on Twitch and let me know how everything sounds?
Hello.
I'm still in the starting soon screen on Twitch.
Okay.
Granted, my Wi-Fi sucks today.
Let me see. Let me know when it sets up for you. And for everyone watching, bear with us. We will be starting shortly. We're just doing a quick test just to make sure. For those, I haven't really said this, but my Streamlabs just completely reset. So Christy is doing me this solid and checking our features just to make sure the audio balancing isn't. If you're on there and you want to let us know as well, that would be helpful. But yeah, we will be starting momentarily as soon as we got this all set up. Okay, I should probably keep talking so she can know if the balancing is all correct and everything.
I think it sounds correct.
Everything sounds good? Like the audio sounds, to your knowledge, sounds good?
Yeah, it does.
Alright then. In that case, I will go ahead and exit out of this and we can start properly. Ready? Game selection. And we'll be back in literally 10 seconds. I want to do this properly since we got the new transition set up. And goodbye for 10 seconds. All right, and now we are properly live. So hello, everybody, and welcome to a very, very special episode of HPCritical's Does It Hold Up? I am your host, Brandon, and I am joined, as usual, by the wonderful and clever Christy.
Hi, everybody.
Christy, the time has finally come. I'm so excited about tonight's game. You don't even know. This is like one of my all-time favorite, not just N64 games, but just video games in general. I don't know if I talk about it as much as like some of the other games that people had known me for talking about, but I love tonight's game, and that game is Pokemon Puzzle League. Now, this game couldn't have come out at a perfect time. I had the Nintendo 64. Pokemania was at the all-time high at the time. And, this game was literally based on the anime. Last time we played Pokemon Snap, which was, we talked about how that was kind of like the first way that players could see the Pokemon interact in the environment. The first time you could see the Pokemon 3D models. But this was like the first time that you could see the characters from the... Oh no, she got disconnected. Are you on the Discord still?
I am. Or did
Okay,
I get disconnected? Well, lovely.
Okay, while you connect, I'll continue. But yeah, no, this game came out at the perfect time because, you could see the anime characters right front and center. Well, I say anime characters, but really, you can just kind of see Ash there in the center. Oh, I'm blocking his face. Let me just move myself down here to the left. There we go. You can see Ash as well as 3 of his Pokemon, Pikachu, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. But all the other characters from the anime are there as well, up to the second season, the Orange Islands. And there's even a little bit of the, movie stuff in there as well. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. Yeah, no, Pokemon Puzzle League was great. And it introduced me into a great puzzle genre, which was the Panel de Pon archetype. Now, for those who've been following us for a while, we did an episode on Panel de Pon quite a while ago, back during the Super Nintendo season. We were fortunate enough to get that game as part of the US eShop, the NSO for Super Nintendo, despite it being a Super Famicom game, which was great because it gave me a way to play online Puzzle League. However, I say that, but the only person that's ever played that game with me has been Annie. No one else wanted to play that with me because it didn't have Pokemon. But you know what? That's fine. Pokemon Puzzle League is here, and so hopefully more people will play puzzles with me now. But yeah, it's based on that concept, and yeah, it has all the different characters from the anime. It's just... I played the game and I got instantly addicted. It had all the soundtrack from the English anime as well, which I should also mention. Despite this being based on the anime, This game has never released in Japan, and even now, NSO got the English and European NSO got Pokemon Puzzle League, but in Japan they got the custom Robo games, which have only released in Japan. Like they have not gotten this game. Japan never got like a N64 Panel Depon like game ever. It wasn't until like Japan exclusive GameCube collection where they got stuff, the features that were, seen in Puzzle League. I could really go on a long history about this, but before I talk any further, Christy, what's your history experience with Pokemon Puzzle League?
I played it extensively when I was a kid, and that was about it. I think I almost every single mode. But yeah, I put in a lot of hours, and then it kind of like, from there, just kind of like spiraled down. Where I just like poured so many hours into the game.
It really is like a time sink. It's the gameplay is simple, but it's pretty addictive actually. And I'm just happy. I'm happy that more people, if they haven't tried it, will get the chance to. Because it really is a great game. And that's the thing. The gameplay itself is simple, but it has so many different modes that you can play. There's the core gameplay, but then you also have like a mode that's all about like clearing lines, time attacks, games where you have to come up with specific solutions to clear levels. Like there's so many. It takes that basic gameplay and just spins it in so many ways. And again, Pokemon are there. The Pokemon in terms don't really matter to the gameplay itself, but they're there and they're beautiful. And so it's what. I think we've said enough. I think it's time to just go right into it. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and look at the details so we can play this. Okay, so Pokemon Puzzle League, released in 2000. Get ready for a new kind of Pokemon battle where the power and speed of your brain are just as important as the strength of your Pokemon. Join Ash, Brock, Misty, and many more characters from the Pokemon animated series as they gather in Puzzle Village to compete for the title of Pokemon Puzzle Master. Just match 3 or more blocks of the same color in any direction. Sounds simple, right? But the actual gameplay is surprisingly addictive and deep. Changing combos, anyone? Especially when you're facing off against a human opponent. Choose from 6 different modes, offering a wide range of action, from story or puzzle modes to continuous play or timed play. If that's not enough, take on the challenge in 3D and get ready for more blocks than ever before. Featuring animated cutscenes combined with bright, fun graphics, there's enough to satisfy both fans of Pokemon and fans of puzzle games alike. Let's do it. I want to see this cutscene.
Okay.
Nintendo.
So it just opens up with that voice saying Nintendo, which I found out that's actually Lip's voice from Panel Depon, which I didn't know that for the longest time. But the game starts off the same way when you play Panel Depon. It shows Lip going Nintendo. It's funny that they put this in this English game, even though like no one in America would really know what Panel Depon was, but it's there anyway. Anyway, we gotta see this opening cutscene first.
Hi, Professor Oak.
Hello, Ash. I have an important message for you. They are starting an official Puzzle League tournament, and you are selected as one of the challengers.
I'll go sign up.
I'm so proud of you, Ash. Being selected for this event is such an honor. Well, there's no time to explain everything. You must hurry.
Well, let's go.
Wait! Don't forget to come and see me in my office in Puzzle League Village!
Yeah.
Did you hear me, Ash?
Eager to prove themselves in this new type of Pokemon battle, Ash and Pikachu race to Pokemon Puzzle League Village.
There it is, Pikachu. Are you ready for another new challenge? Pikachu!
I love the opening cutscene. And here we are. We're right in Puzzle Village, which is essentially your mode where you can choose the different games. So why don't we start off Professor Oak's lab?
Welcome. It's so good to see you. Here's how to play.
So this is good for those who want to learn how to learn the rules of the game. Why not a quick refresher? So you get your basic controls here. You can move the cursor with the control stick or the D-pad. I'm gonna try both today and see what's best for me. Pleasure to meet you. Welcome to my lab. I am Professor Oak. Allow me to teach you the basics of Pokemon Puzzle League. Let's begin. I love that he has the N64 controller in his hand as well.
It's great.
That's all the switching blocks. Simple, eh? And that's it. You just switch the blocks. Switching a block with an empty space can cause higher blocks to drop. Blocks are cleared by putting 3 of the same color, either horizontally or vertically. Watch as I continue clearing blocks from the playfield. Okay, here I go. The playfield is nearly clear. The entire stack can be raised by pushing either the L button or R button. Don't raise it too high. Once the blocks reach the ceiling, the game is over. Now that you know the basics, we can learn more advanced techniques, combos and chains. Because of their difficulty, combos and chains will score you higher points. Score a combo to do more than 3. Here we go.
Way to go!
A 4-block combo.
Way to
A
go!
5-block combo.
Way to go!
A 6-block combo.
Way to go!
Fantastic! A 10-block combo. Next, I will make a chain. A chain is created when you clear multiple groups of 3 or more blocks, one group right after the other. Observe. This is an example of a 2 chain. And now, a difficult 3 chain. You gain a great deal of points creating long chains like this. Well, I think that's enough teaching for today. Next time I'll teach you more gameplay techniques. Farewell for now. So for those who are playing for the first time, this is a good way to go get to the base of the game, essentially. We're not going to go through all those, because unless you do you want me to go through all of them, Christy, or are you good to go?
I'm good to go.
Okay, the only thing I'm gonna do before we leave how to
Mostly
play,
because my Wi-Fi has been notifying me that it's unstable on my end. So I'm good to go.
okay, the last thing I'm gonna show the people is unique to this version of Puzzle League that hasn't been in many other ones. The 3D gameplay. It's also the way to hear the frenzied version of Oak's theme, so I wanted to show that huff as well. Greetings, there's one final aspect of the game to teach you. Now we add a 3rd dimension to truly challenge you. This 3D mode features a playfield in the form of a cylinder. The stack blocks move along the cylinder's outer surface. Observant blocks are moved to the right. And now to the left. Notice how the blocks circle the cylinder. The blocks move up and down. Uh-oh, come on. In the same manner as before. You simply move the cursor with the control pad. And switch the blocks with the A button or B button as before. The same rules of play apply in both 2D and 3D. Come on, Wi-Fi, I believe in you. The playfield wraps around. Wi-Fi, please. Observe the game in action. You see? It's just like before, only now we've added. Oh no! Watch out! You now have to remember the blocks at the back of the cylinder. If any blocks reach the top of the screen, the game is over. Be sure not to let the stack become too high. Now there are a lot more blocks to think about. However, a true puzzle master will use this to their advantage.
Way to go! Way to go!
More blocks mean more combos and chains to create.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do 3D mode. Bye.
A 3D playthrough is available in versus mode as well. Excellent. We have reached the end of my final lesson. Remember, if you need to review these words of wisdom, simply select how to play from the select menu. Best of luck to you. Farewell.
Fi, work with me.
So I want to also demonstrate the Mimic Mansion a little bit. We're not going to go too much into it, but once you finish Professor Oak's lab and you've gotten your tutorial, then you can move on to the Mimic Mansion, where essentially you get to train your skills with Tracy. So you have the demo where he'll basically show you the different techniques. Mimic mode, where you basically have to do exactly what he says to hone your skills, and then you can go right into the super easy mode, which will let you try to test your skills in practical mode. It basically lets you experiment with these kind of things. Now we have the Pokemon Center, which is essentially your options.
Hi, what can I do for you?
So you got the records. I haven't made any profiles yet, which we will do soon. But you can also see the profiles of each character in the game.
Let's do it! I'm ready to go! I'm Ash!
Basically, you can click on their icons to see some quotes from them,
Pika Pika!
and then the Pokemon's cry.
I'm Gary.
Now, what I was saying before, I have to bring this up. So I'm gonna test my knowledge a little bit here. Each character has like a different song from the anime specifically, not from the games, but from the anime. So Ash's theme is the main "To Be a Master" theme. Oh, come on, Wi-Fi! For whatever reason, Gary's theme seems to be the opening to the Pokemon Orange Island season, even though he was like barely in that season. And the Pokemon they gave Gary, I mean, he's caught every Pokemon in the Kanto region, excluding the legendaries, so, you know, he could have had all these at one point. In fact, we know for a fact that he has a Krabby, because we did see it in one episode. And the Nidoran has already evolved in the Nidoqueen by the time we see it in the anime, but, you know, I'm sure that means he had one. So Brock's is funny because his theme is On the Road to Viridian City, even though he's from Pewter City. But there you go. And of course, all three Pokemon he has are from, you know, that he had in the anime. Then we have Misty, of course. Her theme comes from, this song, if I remember correctly, actually played in the Pikachu's Vacation short. Like at one point when they're doing like the water race, which is pretty appropriate.
Yeah, I think so.
So Lieutenant Surge's theme, I don't think actually comes specifically from like a specific song from the To Be a Master soundtrack. It's more of a theme that just kind of played during tense moments in the anime. And the funny thing is, in the anime we only saw Lieutenant Surge use Raichu, so they just kind of gave him just two other electric Pokemon that he would probably have. He did have a Magneton in the games. He did not have a Jolteon in the games though, so they just kind of gave him that. Erica here, you know, one of the gym leaders, her theme, I'm pretty sure, is what kind of Pokemon are you? And these are just all Pokemon that she used in the anime, so there you go. And Koga, once again, like Lieutenant Surge, just has a theme that played during, like, tense moments in the anime. These are all Pokemon he had. Otherwise... Sabrina. Didn't you just tell me that you just lost to Sabrina a lot in hard mode?
Yeah, I didn't. Normally I go to easy, normal, then hard, but... I accidentally selected hard mode as my first playthrough. And it's been a while since I've played this game.
Oh dear.
It's fun. Great fun.
Well, Sabrina, her theme is like actually one of my favorites in the soundtrack, but one not a lot of people talk about. It's called Everything Changes. It's like if you haven't listened to that song in the To Be a Master soundtrack, I would highly recommend listening to it. It's a really good song. As far as the Pokemon that she uses, we only really see the Abra in the anime. Alakazam is the Pokemon she has in the games, and I think a Hypno as well. But yeah. And then you have Blaine, which is, I don't know the name of this song, but I think it was called My Best Friend, I think it was called. It's funny that with Blaine's appearance, they went with his disguise form. Though you can get his, like, true form if you, like, battle against him. And yeah, he has an Arcanine and Magmar, which he had in the anime, and the Charmeleon, which I don't think he had, but they just kind of gave that to him. So there you go. Then Tracy. This is an original song for the game, but it's basically the song also used in the Mimic Mansion, since he's kind of the controller of that. And all three Pokemon are, you know, again, he used in the anime, the Old Man Scyther, the Venonat, and the Marill, which is like, you know, a Johto Pokemon before it was like officially like put in. So it's pretty cool that this game had one for Tracy. Misty also has her Togepi, which also appears in like some of the modes. And then of course Team Rocket. Their theme, of course, is Team Rocket Rockin' from the soundtrack, because what else would it be? Now, why, oh why, did they give Team Rocket a Golbat? Oh dear, you got disconnected.
Yeah. My Wi-Fi is being very iffy.
Well, what I was going to say was, like, I wonder why they gave Team Rocket a Golbat in this game. Now, to be clear, Team Rocket Grunts did use Golbats in the games, but Jesse and James themselves never used Golbats. So I'm wondering why they didn't put in like something like Lickitung or Weepin, or I'm sorry, Victory Bell. It's a mystery. And that's as far as we can go, because that's kind of like the last of the regular characters. But there's also 4 hidden characters, which if I wanted to, I could get those right now, because all it really requires is like a specific code that you have to press at a certain screen or something, which you get those codes in game by completing like certain tournaments. But you know, I'm gonna do it the valid way, so you can probably guess who. You could probably look at those silhouettes and probably figure out who some of those other hidden characters are. But I ain't gonna spoil it. And then you can also choose which blocks you want as well. So you have the basic Pokemon blocks, which come default based on the different gym badges. But you can also use the basic style, which is how they looked in Panel de Pon. So if you're kind of like a traditionalist, you can do it that way. And I didn't know that as a kid. I was like, what is this basic style? Why do the blocks just have weird faces when they just like line clear? Well, now I know. And Chrissy is rejoining.
My Wi-Fi connection is really bad today for some reason on my Switch.
Okay, she's back in. Okay, sound options. You can do the sound test if you want. Pretty standard of classic games. So that's pretty much all the options of note. So Puzzle University, I'm not going to spend too much time on here. But basically, you can actually make your own puzzles for people to solve. Now, the thing is, you have to be able to solve it yourself, so you can't make an impossible puzzle that no one can solve. So, I'm just gonna do guessed. But yeah, you can. Class 1 is basically like you're given like essentially a specific solution. Hey, by the way, there's Richie and Sparky. So that's one of the hidden characters, just to let y'all know. And they also time how long it takes for you to complete as well. Now, you have the Jigglypuff there that tells you how many moves you get to make. And if you do any more moves than that, then you fail. Watch. That's it. And then you get poor Richie and Sparky sad if you lose. Two seconds. There we go. Now that started off pretty easy, but I promise they get way harder. Now you can either go right into the next one, or you can stop there. I just went ahead and did it. Oh, the time is cumulative, so now it's at 5 seconds. So it's how long it takes to complete. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was based on stage. Okay.
No.
All right. Well, there we go. That's how that mode works. So Marathon is your endless game. Basically, you play up until as long as you want. Let's do some multiplayer matches.
Okay.
So
hopefully my Wi-Fi works.
Hopefully it does. I'm gonna make my character real quick. Let's see. Oh, I guess I'll just do this.
I'm gonna play as guest.
Okay. 2D to start off with. I'll put it to 5.
No. Oh no.
Alright, because I'm wearing the Team Rocket shirt today, I am going to go with Team Rocket.
Jade.
Okay, then I'll go with Pikachu.
Alright, Arbok, you can do it. I believe in you. Oh, that Arbok looks terrifying.
Oh no. Oh no, my Wi-Fi.
Come on, Wi-Fi. Oh, it's... Oh, I'll pause it. Because you got disconnected. Alright, I'll wait a second. Which Switch are you playing on, by the way?
I'm playing on my regular Switch. I'm going to try some internet stuff really quickly.
Okay. Should we head back to Select for a second?
Give me one moment. Trying to see if this works. Trying to do a bit of troubleshooting really quickly.
Okay. So apparently there's like Lightyear DLC in Minecraft now, which is interesting.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's very interesting. I mean, I should have suspected it, and I should have expected it, but
What I still haven't done since watching Lightyear is made myself a meat sandwich.
I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest.
I feel like I have to do it at least once. It sounds awful, but I'm gonna try it once to see how it is. Obviously, right next to a place where I can wash my hands immediately afterwards. Actually, this is a terrible
let me see
idea.
if this
I
works.
hate having my hands too dirty. Okay. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Alright, continue. Oh. Let's see if it works.
Way to go! Be careful, trouble! Be careful, trouble!
Oh no, I messed up.
You can always readjust in this game.
That's what they all say.
Way to go!
I'm feeling giddy.
Uh-oh. I'm starting to run out of options. Oops. 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 Oops.
I'm feeling giddy.
Woo! Uh-oh. Okay, okay, okay.
What am I doing? I'm not doing something, I'm missing something. Oh, I messed up.
Not Pikachu.
I wasn't paying attention to whatever I was doing. That's what happens.
I will choose wheezing this time.
There's also weird lag on my end.
There's lag?
Yeah. I feel like it's a bit janky. It might be my Wi-Fi though, which they're good.
Trouble, make it double.
I'm gonna win. Way to go! I'm gonna win.
Uh-oh, Bulbasaur. Oh, come on. I hate when the blocks don't reform with a new combo. Shoot! I almost made it 3. Oh well.
Oh no.
This is making me sweat.
It's been a while since I've played this.
Alright. Let's do this thing.
I'm gonna win. Way to go!
No, Wi-Fi, don't give out on me.
Oh no, I messed up! Okay, that's okay, it's okay. We can fix this. No! No! I keep messing up my chains.
Way to go!
Well, I messed up again. Alright, time to race.
I'm gonna win.
Oopsie. Oopsie. Oops! Oh! Oh no! No! Okay. Oh dear. Oh no. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, 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 yes. Come on. Let's go. No, no, no! God. Oh.
Way to go!
No!
Oh no. I totally messed up somewhere. I'm not paying attention to something. I'm missing something.
Whew. Good game. Honestly, good game. We got a comment from Big C series of numbers. OMG, I love the music in this game. Big Sane. Big Sane.
How do you like that?
Real quick before we do another versus game, I do want to show off something else. Mainly because we just, you know, Team Rocket was involved with that. There's an interesting mode here called Spa Service. Now, say line clear game. Now, what could be, what could this be? We're just gonna take a quick look at that real quick. And then Big C says Gen 1 fan here. That's cool. I'm definitely like a Gen 5 fan myself, but I definitely have a big amount of nostalgia for the original anime because, you know, we all grew up watching it. I'm going to pick Blue down here. Oh god, look at these people. Interesting appearance. Welcome to the Pokemon Puzzle League Spa. We offer the finest relaxation facilities for all League Pokemon. We are currently booked up for the afternoon. However, I think we can make an exception and squeeze you in. I see you have a Squirtle and a Bulbasaur. We will gladly take them off your hands for you. Interesting that they didn't go straight for Pikachu, but you know. You silly fool, this false Pokemon Sorceress was a success. We have stolen every trainer's Pokemon. Catch us if you can. Round 1. Well, well, it looks as if someone is trying to get back the stolen, our hard-earned Pokemon. Fine, let's play a little game of hide and seek. We will hide in different locations throughout the village. If you can find us and make us appear, then we will return all the Pokemon. So here's the only rule. You must clear all the blocks above the white clear line. If you can do that, then you win the stage and can move on to the next one. So let's see what you've got. So after this, I'll say this in a second. I'll let the first stage play out a little bit.
Prepare to battle.
So I love how this particular stage is based off their outfit from Pokemon the first movie. The Viking outfit specifically. So it goes like really slow, so I'm gonna like Big C says 2B Master OST is strong in this game. And yes, this is definitely a Gen 1 movie for sure.
Yeah.
So this first stage is like brain dead easy. It's meant to give you an idea how to play this mode.
Way to go!
And you have the Jigglypuffs there saying stop. While Jigglypuff is saying stop, the blocks will not move. But if you allow the combo to run out before Jigglypuff goes again, the speed usually increases. In this case, it didn't, but you got it. That is something you want to be careful about. And sometimes it'll just go on its own. Like for example, it just went to speed level 3 on its own. So there's the line we have to clear. Basically, every block has to go underneath that line. And by the way, this is also considered. I would say this is definitely like I would say the secondary story mode of this game. Because if you complete all the stages, there is a final boss to this, which you can probably guess who it might be, and there's credits if you defeat said boss, and rewards if you also defeat said final boss. A mode like this was also in Panel de Pon, where you had to like complete the go under the lines, and then there were boss stages. This doesn't really tell you that, but the boss stages actually have health bars, which can only be depleted by doing a lot of combos. So it plays so those boss stages, few as there are, play very, very differently to the line clear mode. And I love how like they just like have their own like little quotes as the stage goes on.
Way to go! Way to go!
And that's the first stage.
Show us what you got.
So each stage is about 5 rounds, and once you've done all 5, then you basically get to the next one and with a new outfit for Team Rocket to have.
Way to go! Way to go!
And now that I've pretty much explained what this mode is, I'm gonna see how quickly I can finish this one.
Way to go!
Okay, there's the line. Yeah, that's another thing. Like if you Big CX, where's Cassidy and Botch? That was a gag that I loved in the anime where they kept messing up like Butch's name. It was like, oh no, it's Botch, it's Biff. I'm sorry, it's Butch. Oh look, it's Biff, it's Butch.
Or it's Buff, it's Butch.
They didn't do that for his first appearance, but that just kind of became the running joke, and which I really like. And now it's your turn.
Oh.
Show them what you got.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Is that my boy
No
McMuffins
Wi-Fi
on chat?
No.
What's up, George? Hell yeah, dude. Pokemon Puzzle League. This is one of my all-time favorite games on the N64.
No, Wi-Fi. Don't do this to me.
Way to go!
Big C says I can't help but sing along when I play this. I was doing the same earlier. Honestly, like when Christy and I were having our versus match, I was singing the Team Rocket song while we were playing. I can't help it. This song's soundtrack is just great. And it's easy to be great because, you know, it's based on the 2B Master soundtrack, so how could it not be? Ooh, nice chain. I guess for plot reasons, it was easier for them to take Squirtle and Bulbasaur, so you can have to worry about switching Pokemon for the whole modes. You just basically have Pikachu for the whole thing. Ooh, Big C is now a critical follower. Thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate that.
Let's see what you can do.
Oh, sorry, I click again.
No, you're good. You can do one more, and then we'll go back into the other modes.
Don't die on me, Wi-Fi. No.
When this is done, I am going to show like a little bit of the single player mode just to kind of give people an idea of what it is. I mean, this is a single player mode, obviously, but this is like the secondary story mode, I would say. The main one being the one player versus. So we'll show that off a little bit. And then I think we'll do maybe 2 or 3 more versus matches because that's the main fun of this. Honestly. Like, as cool as it is to like do the story mode and all that good stuff, like the real fun of playing this game is with someone else who knows how to play and just like going competitive and all that good stuff.
Way to go!
Big C says, "You better pay me back for my bike, Ash Ketchum." And the anime, and I was literally about to say it. Big C says, but in the anime he never did. He certainly didn't. He certainly did. He never did. He and Pikachu had a unfortunate reputation for destroying bikes. They destroyed May's bike. They destroyed Don's bike. There might have been other ones too. Absolutely classic.
No,
line.
Pikachu is known as the bike destroyer.
Indeed. Alright, so one player stadium mode is essentially your main story mode of the game. And you can choose 3 difficulties initially. We are going to do easy first because like there's like a slightly different ending for each one, so it's worth doing each of them in my opinion. And they go quickly, especially the first 2 difficulties. But yeah, once you've done hard and you unlock very hard, and then there's like an intense difficulty, which is harder than that.
Yeah, Intense was great. I used to play Intense. It took me ages.
Yeah, honestly. And that's the other thing, too. You get, like, certain final bosses depending on what mode you're playing. On easy mode, you'll end off in one of the hidden characters. And then if you're doing normal, you'll fight a few more opponents to get the second hidden character as your final boss. And then hard will give you another final boss. And then it's very hard and intense where you fight the true final boss, which is intense. No pun intended. Oh, jeez. Big C says, no, his name is actually Tom Ato. And I'm
Tom Ato.
And I'm anchovy. And I'm Caesar salad. That episode was great. The freaking Dark City episode where they had the rival gems. Oh man. And by the way, Gary had 11 badges when he appeared in that one episode of the anime. It makes me wonder if he actually got the badges from both gyms. Because that's something the first season of the anime did that no other seasons did. They just made up gyms. So you could just get badges beyond what you could in the 8 that you got in the game. And they never really did that. They never really just made up gyms ever again. But the only other league that I could think of in the top of my head that created other gyms was the Unova League, where Ash never technically got the badge from Drayden, I don't think, if memory serves. Instead, he got his 8th badge from the Verbank, which was added in Black and White 2, which was an interesting way to go about it. Anyways, well, looks as you've made it after all. Only true Pokemon trainers are allowed to compete in the Pokemon Puzzle League. Let's see what you're made of. I challenge you! So what's also interesting is depending on the difficulty you play is what Pokemon they'll use. On easy mode, they'll use their third Pokemon. On normal, they use their second. On hard, they'll use their first. But if you're fighting them on very hard or intense, they just choose their Pokemon randomly. And to be clear, it really doesn't matter which Pokemon you use in this game. Like, as a kid, I would always go based on the type matchups because that's what I was trained to do in the games. But you don't have to. You can literally... It really doesn't affect anything besides which Pokemon you want to hear. Now, that being said, I'm still going to choose Bulbasaur. Big C says, OMG, I hate Gary. Gary has some really good character development, honestly. Like, he's very unlikable in the first season of the show. Extremely unlikable. But I love the way his character turned at the conclusion of the Hoenn. I'm sorry, not Hoenn. Johto. Like, right at the beginning of Johto, when he had, like, gained some humility after losing and then when he did. I thought it was good. And I love what they've done with Gary over the years. Like, he became, like, a professor now. He had, like, a cameo appearance in the Sinnoh League.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, and Big C pointed out that yes, this is Pokemon World Opening 2.
I know, it's great.
I'm going to scroll up all the way. In a Pokemon world, I want to be the greatest messenger. Oh. And that's the thing, too. When you have the frenzied version of the song, it gives you basically the second half of the song, which is nice. What is taking him so long to lose? This is the... He got a chain? That must have been luck. What is taking so long? Alright, I gotta hit him harder. He's taking too long to go down.
Keep on trying.
I was rewatching some episodes of Clone Wars a few days ago, and I was watching the Mortis trilogy, right? And the line that the son says to Anakin was like, "My father was taking too long to die, so I did what I had to."
It's so horrible.
Oh man.
Try it. Way to go.
Oh, ooh.
Uh-oh.
Keep on
I'll
trying.
get it.
Way to go.
Come on, Gary, you gotta go down.
Try it.
You got a chain? What is going
Yeah,
on?
he got a chain.
Why? How? This is...
Except he's going to lose soon, I think.
I'm gonna win.
There we go. He's done for, I think.
There he goes.
Congratulations.
Well, you were just lucky. Next time I won't go easy on you.
Let's go.
Hi, Ash. It's good to see you again. It looks like I will be your first official battle. I hold the Boulder Badge. If you defeat me, then I will give it to you. Have you heard anything about the Puzzle Master? I hear no one has ever defeated him. Oh well, are you ready? Let's go! Alright, so I'm gonna use Pikachu here. Oh, I miss Brock Zubat.
I know, his Zubat was great.
Way to go.
Oh god.
Way to go.
I was trying to set up something, but it didn't work. Oh well.
No
Can't win
problem.
them all. Oh god! Oh, I hit him with the 3 chain.
Way to go.
Okay, that has to be the end for him, right? I hit him with the 3. It's a wrap. Yep, there it is. And yep, this one is Viridian City.
Yeah, we won.
Big C says it should have been 2 Perfect Girls. So, but I thought 2 Perfect Girls was from like the second Jukebox series, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Or
it was.
Okay, that's why. Along with that, like the Pikachu like salsa song. Pikachu, you know you are my
Yeah, that's from the
man.
second
I choose
one as well, too.
you.
It was in Johto.
That's right. Okay, you get to go for Battle Misty.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations. You've won the Boulder Badge.
We got the Boulder Badge.
Are you ready?
I'm just going to choose Pikachu
I mean,
and
it's
hope
not
for the
wrong.
best.
All right, Big C, tell me what the name of the song is, because I recognize it, but I just don't know the exact name of the song.
Way to go! Way to go!
Okay, the name of the song is "Catch Me If You Can" from the movie Producer Strikes Back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, yes, it's I couldn't remember. Like I recognize the song, I just couldn't remember the name of it. So thank you, I appreciate it.
Better.
I do appreciate it. Catch me if you can.
Way to go!
Catch me if you can. There we go. Now that I'm singing the lyrics, it's just coming to me instantly now. But it took me. Staryu's cry always catches me off guard.
I'm gonna win!
Yep, from the mini film Pikachu's Vacation. It played during the water race, which is very appropriate for Misty, even though she didn't appear. I mean, that was the thing about the early Pikachu Pokemon movies is like they would have the characters like you wouldn't see their faces, but you see like a part of them. But as the movies went on, they just like de-emphasized them more and more. They're just like, just let the Pokemon do their thing. So that was basically like a little look at the single player mode. Basically, you go and fight the opponents, you get the badges, and you work your way to the end.
Ready when you are.
So we're gonna go ahead and stop. Hold on, let me just choose my Pokemon, and then we're gonna stop the single player mode from here. Pikachu versus Raichu. Yeah, you can do that match in hard mode, which I definitely do when I play hard mode. Just have the Pikachu versus Raichu fight.
It's great.
The Pikachu versus Raichu episode is great. Because poor Pikachu gets beat, but then they find out that Raichu, it evolved too soon, so it didn't learn all its cool moves. A cool detail in that episode is nearly all the moves that Raichu uses against Pikachu are moves that you can only get from like TMs. Like it knows Mega Punch, Mega Kick, Thunder, but not moves that Raichu, or rather Pikachu would normally learn. So Lieutenant Surge had to basically, I guess the implication is Lieutenant Surge had to kind of like improvise, since again it didn't learn its moves. But yeah, you also have Time Zone. Again, Marathon is endless game. I'm gonna do Time Zone like really quick actually. I want to just, let me see here. And do a 3D one because we're not really doing a 3D otherwise. I'm going to crank it to 25. And normal. Let's see how this goes. This is probably going to go badly. But look, Tracy, Professor Oak, and Mom are rooting for me.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
But it's Brockstein for some reason.
Way to go!
Which is actually really weird because usually
Way to go!
they base it off like whoever's like in the watching the fight or the match,
Way to go!
whatever.
Way to go!
I gotta get on this side. There's stuff to be done over here.
Way to go! Way to go!
Cool, I got
3D mode gets easier once you kind of like figure everything out. You're like, oh, this is how this goes.
Mm-hmm. And like Professor Oak noted in the tutorial, if you're really good at the game, there's opportunities there.
Way to go! Way to go!
Okay, we got a minute left on the clock.
Way to go!
Oh, I saw George made a comment, but I will read that in just a second because I must focus.
Way to go!
There's one side that.
Way to go!
Oh yeah, that's yeah, it needs my attention for a little bit. This is true. Ah, I messed up the timing. It's okay.
Way to go! Way to go!
Oh, the speed's going up. Oh, there.
Way to go!
Hurry.
Oh yeah, if the blocks are really high, then yeah, Jigglypuff will do the straight up song, which is a cool little feature.
But it only lasts for a while it can.
And time's up. All right. Big C says Tracy underrated character. Thank you. I love Tracy so much.
Yeah.
I know. I want to be clear.
Tracy is
I don't.
underrated.
I don't like him as much as Brock, but I don't hate him. A lot of people say F Tracy. I want Brock back. I'm cool with either. I prefer Brock, but I do like Tracy, and I wish he had a little more time. Honestly,
Both.
they're good. They both have their own little charms to them. I just love the flirting gimmick, which is why I prefer Brock, but Tracy had his own fun things too. George says, Brandon, we got a bet on stream when the new Pokemon drops later in the year. That's for dang sure. That game is from trailers. It looks like it's gonna have a big emphasis on multiplayer. So I definitely want to do a lot of multiplayer games when that game comes out. I still need some more details to see how that's going to work. But yeah, no, I'm planning to have a lot of guests for that playthrough when we do it later this year. Big C says, you ever watch a Brandon to the Past on YouTube? He does a series called 50 Things Wrong With. Really? A Brandon to the Past? Well, that's a coincidence because my name is Brandon. It was me all along. No, I am not a Brandon to the Past. Running gag there in the anime. But that does remind me because there's a YouTuber I used to watch called Really Freaking Clever, who did a series called 64 Things Wrong With. He did as an April Fool's joke years ago, where he did 64 things wrong with Ocarina of Time because it's a Nintendo 64 game. But that April Fool's joke video ended up becoming so popular that he ended up doing an entire series based on it was essentially just like a gag playthrough of Ocarina of Time. Essentially, it was great. Big C says, "What about that episode Beauty and the Beach?" Yeah, Beauty and the Beach. Let's talk about Beauty and the Beach. Christy, are you familiar with that episode?
Doesn't sound familiar.
So Beauty and the Beach was an episode that I want to say only aired once in America and was otherwise banned because the whole thing. So, do you remember the episode where they were on the island of the giant Pokemon and then they finally found the beach at the end of that episode? Yeah, they found the beach at the end of that episode, and then.
But then there's never the episode about the beach, right?
Yeah, so Beauty and the Beach was
like only aired once.
Exactly, and Big C confirms it. It was banned after one airing, so it does exist and it has an official dub. And it aired once only because of the. And it's funny too. Okay, so the main reason why it was banned was because there was a swimsuit contest that Misty entered, and both Jesse and James entered. And James for that episode.
I never saw this episode, but I've heard about it. Okay, now I remember. Okay, but I've heard about it.
Yep. So James for the episode put on fake breasts and was like they were both just kind of like flaunting it in front of Misty, who of course was very flat because she's a kid. Of course she's not going to really have that. So they flaunted that. And then by the end of the episode, after the whole contest was over, Ash's mom, who at the last minute entered, ended up winning the swimsuit contest. So, yeah. Big C says so many Pokesins that one. I feel like Ash's mom appearing in the swimsuit and winning that contest awoken something in many people, but we're gonna leave that alone, I think. But and it's funny too because at the end of that episode where they're in the giant Pokemon, they get to the beach, but then I remember as a kid them going right to the episode like, well, we're going home, and I was like, wait, you guys didn't hang out at the beach at all? And then later on as an adult, I found out about this banned episode. I was like, oh, so they did go to the beach. And it's funny because a later episode references that where there's like a scene where like Ash's mom is seen waving bye to Ash, wearing a swimsuit, holding a trophy. And I remember as a kid thinking, where was that episode? What? Well, there you go. And then Big C mentioned they also banned the episode of the Safari Zone. That's also true. And that's an even worse sin because banning that episode because that's the episode where Ash caught 30 Tauros. And it just never got revealed elsewhere. Not to mention, for several episodes in a row, he was trying to get to the Safari Zone and kept getting sent to other places. He found the Pokemon Ranch where he rode the Ponyta. He found the Wilderness Reserve where he found the Kangaskhan. But he never found the Pokemon Safari Zone. And then the episode went on with him never finding it. It was like, where's the Safari Zone? And so he did find it, but they just didn't air the episode because of excessive gun use. There's like a lot of guns. It sucks too because that episode also featured heavily Dratini, which before that time didn't really get featured. Dratini and Dragonair, I guess I should say. But yeah, no, it's the biggest sin is that they banned it because, you know, that's where he cut 30 Taros. So you watch episodes later on where he has all those Taros and he's like, yeah, I cut them. I was like, when?
Right? You get so confused.
That we're like, when he cut the Taros. And then Big C, of course, mentions the Porygon episode. Oh, the Porygon episode. Porygon doesn't appear in the anime anymore because of that episode. And it's not even Porygon's fault. It's like, Porygon did nothing that episode. Porygon is innocent. So let's try the two-player time zone real quick. Both banned in English and Japanese. Yeah, because of the damage it did. Free Porygon. No handicap.
Which one are we doing? 5?
Okay, so this time I'm going to use Brock.
Let's go.
I'm Misty.
Brock versus Misty. Oh, I feel like you have the advantage here. I'm going to choose Zubat. Oh no, not Psyduck.
I don't know. I don't know. My advantage is very weak at this point in time with how my Wi-Fi has been acting.
Yeah.
Oh, I messed that up.
Yeah.
Big C says the dim-witted duck. Oh, be nice to Psyduck. It tries hard.
He tries hard.
Kind
He
of.
means well.
He does. I still love the episode where Misty inadvertently caught the Psyduck. She totally didn't mean to. Psyduck just kind of came in the ball. Oh, the scrolling up messed up my combo. Is that Grayson? He's saying, I'm playing this right now too. At first I was like, this is so slow and boring playing on medium, but then the end of the match got so unexpectedly heated. Yeah, dude, on higher difficulties, it gets intense. Like the lower difficulties is just to like get you used to the game. Once you get into it, it's intense. I love high level Puzzle League. It's so much fun. Wait, great. Are you playing this literally right now? Like right now, right now? We
Like right now, right now?
we may just have you just come on and make a quick cameo appearance real quick for a battle. Real
No,
quick.
I messed up my combo.
He's literally playing right now. All right, great. After this match, if you want to come on Discord real quick, we can do a quick battle. He's cooking lunch. Ah, that's okay.
And I messed up.
Next time for sure. Honestly, whenever you want to play, I'm down, Gray. I love this game so much.
Oh, I didn't realize it was score. Oops, my bad.
Yeah, we did time zone. I will choose Vulpix this time. Oh,
I wasn't paying attention.
I miss Misty's horsey. Okay. Oof. Let's do this. Alright, I gotta raise the blocks. I'm not getting enough. Alright, that should be good. Got about another minute for this round here. Oops! Oh no! Oh, I know what to do here. Oh, I missed that. Ah! I love how he started raising like around the same time. Oh, I messed that up badly. Jeez. It's on strongly.
Haven't done combos in a while. I've been trying to play through like the classes.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that as well.
Geodude.
I will end with Geodude. Okay. Big C says, kind of want to makes me watch Gen 1 all over again. Honestly, dude, this has been like a great nostalgic experience, just having the conversation about these old episodes. It's almost like we already did watch these old episodes.
Geodude.
Oh, I almost did a 4 chain. But no, those old episodes are fun to go back to every now and then. Trying, and then we'll try some more.
Oh no, I messed that one up.
Big C says, every time Brock swoons over Joy and Jenny, always got me thinking, let's go, Romeo. Jenny, oh Jenny, Joy, oh Joy. The one woman is what I wanna be, but there's two perfect girls for me. Hey, hey, oh. Oh, by the way, Christy, I don't know if you saw, but a few days ago, I saw like a picture. Eric Stewart, the guy who voiced Brock back in the anime, back in the early days, he took a picture because Jenny and Joy cosplayer went to go see him at his booth. And so it showed him on like on the show him on the ground, saying like, "There's two perfect girls for me." It was great.
That's great. Oh, I messed that one up.
Woo, that one was close. Look at that score.
That one was close.
Wow. Whew. Big C said there's a documentary about Pokemon Live the musical. Plus, there's a few music on YouTube. I don't know if I ever saw Pokemon Live.
Yeah,
So-
I never saw it actually.
So, Christy, there's one more thing I want to do before we call it a stream for the night. Let's go back to 2-Player Stadium. Back to 2-Player Versus. This time we're going to do 3D. We'll keep it. You know what? Let's actually bump it to 6. I'm going to bump it to 6. You can actually put it whatever you like.
Hey, I haven't played it at 6 before. It's been ages.
Play with me.
What do you do?
Oh, not Sabrina. I will use a Scyther. Not Abra. I'm scared. Anime Abra is a lot scarier than game Abra.
Oh god, how did I... Okay, that's right. Okay, cool.
I told you so.
Oh.
I told you so.
Oh, am I gonna...
Oh god. Oh god, I totally forgot that it was like this.
I told you so.
Oh god, I have...
Okay, I just gotta focus.
Oh god. I haven't done 3D in ages! Where?
Ooh. Uh-oh, there's one in the back that you forgot.
I forgot about it.
Big C says, oh man, the episode was so good with the ghost Pokemon. Yeah.
No.
The ghost Pokemon episode was good, too. Ash and Pikachu literally died in that episode.
Oh yeah, that episode was great.
I told you so.
Imagine you could just die temporarily so you can fly for a little bit. I would do it. I would do it once. So I could fly for a few hours and then go back to living. Yeah, that'd be fun.
I told you so.
challenges. Heck, I'm messing it up.
Oh no. 3D really keeps you on your toes. I would choose the adorable Marrow, or as it was known back in the day of Gen 1 by kids in the playground, Peekaboo.
I told you.
Go, go, go! Oh, man! Go,
I told you so.
Uh-oh.
You won't.
Oh, man! Oh,
That's not what I want to do, but okay. We
Ooh.
will figure out.
Oh no!
something.
Oh no! Oh no! No! Not Meryl!
Totally like messed up one of my combos.
Ooh. Big C says Dig Those Diglett was cool too. I had my nephew was like obsessed with that episode, so for a while I was just hearing the video of them going Diglett Dig, Diglett Dig, trio, Diglett Dig, Diglett
Oh yeah,
Dig.
that one.
Yeah.
oh, man!
I told you so.
Oh, man!
Crap! Keep moving.
You won't escape. I told you so. I told you so.
Oh, man! Oh, man! Oh, man!
Oh no, I messed up. I messed it up.
Oh no! Grayson said if I hear "oh man" one more time. Big Caesar, but in my honest opinion, the best running gag at the end was Gen 1 Charizard disobeying Ash. Yeah, that was. I will say. Eventually, when I was watching Gen 1 episodes, I got a little annoyed about that after a while. But it just made that episode in the Orange Islands, where Ash and Charizard finally had that understanding, so much better. It's easily one of my favorite episodes of like the anime. Ash and Charizard finally be getting along, basically. But yeah, let's go ahead and call it there for now. Let's go ahead and talk about some Pokemon Puzzle League. So Pokemon Puzzle League doesn't hold up. Yeah, it holds up. I'm just gonna say that right off the bat. But go ahead, Christy. You say your thoughts first.
I mean, I think it still holds up. It's still really fun, and it's still really challenging too. Like once the 2D gets a bit boring, or you're finding yourself not having, you're finding that you want another challenge. The 3D mode is really, really challenging once it gets harder.
Yeah, for sure.
And even then, it's like you still have the classes too to go through, which are really, really fun and also kind of hard.
They get very hard. We only showed off the easy ones just to introduce the concept.
Not even then. It gets hard really quickly.
Yeah, no, very fast. You have to like figure out the puzzles. So yeah, and that's the interesting thing because this is very much an action puzzle game where there's multiple solutions to like figure out like how to like get the best combos. But with the Puzzle University, that gives you a more structured experience where there is one solution and you have to figure that solution out. So if you're looking for a more traditional experience in that sense where you have to like think rather than just like, you know, twitchy motions to get these combos, I would recommend that mode. And I'm glad you brought that up. Like aside from, let me go into detail why I think this game holds up. For sure.
I mean, you have to plan out your combos, especially if you want to like finish a match really quickly or to gain more points. It's a lot about the combos, and the combos help out a lot in 3D mode too.
Oh
and
yeah.
I feel like the Puzzle University it does help with that.
Oh yeah, easily. Puzzle University helps with that. Mimic Mansion helps with that. And of course, you know, you can't forget your fundamentals, which Professor Oak's lab is there for as well. And that's the thing. The gameplay itself is very simple and basic, but based on that simple concept, there's so much you can do with it. You know, Professor Oak introduces you to the basics. Mimic Mansion shows you what you can do with that. Puzzle University forces you to really think about those different possibilities that you can make by making you really like think about these solutions that you may have never otherwise have considered if you hadn't done them. And once you've put a lot of those basics into the test, you get all these different modes that you can play around with to really work with that. You can do marathon mode to just play endlessly until you die, just get your highest score possible. If you just can't get enough of the gameplay and just want to play forever, you can literally do that in endless mode. You have time zone where you're tested to just like get a high score within a certain amount of time. That's good if you want to do like a nice quick game. Maybe you just want to play for a few minutes and then do something else. Time zone is perfect for that. Just see what you can do in 2 minutes. Then, of course, you got your single-player mode, which is the story, the one-player versus, defeat opponents, and then go to the story. And, of course, that'll help you hone your gameplay even more. You have the second story mode, which is line clear mode, which is another different mode entirely. You're getting blocks underneath a line and also getting a story told to you as well through that. And, of course, in my opinion, the bread and butter of the game, you find someone else that really likes this game, the two-player versus is where it's at, because then you could either do the versus mode, which is a traditional competitive mode, but maybe you guys don't have a lot of time, so you can also do time zone, or you can also do the line clear game, whoever gets to the line first. We didn't do that, by the way. I would, like, another time, like, maybe not on stream, I would love to play a line clear game with you, see who can clear the line first. I think that'd be fun, too. But yeah, that's just to say that, like, even with the basic gameplay, they just developed it so much into so many different ways. And we've talked only about the gameplay. Let's all talk about the fact that, again, it's Pokemon. Like, that's how...
Pokemon! How can you not love it?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's how they sold it to everybody.
I remember...
Honestly, that's honestly how they sold it and why I got it. It's Pokemon!
Exactly, and it's the anime. Like, this is, again, I said at the beginning of the stream, this was the peak of Pokemania. So, people saw the anime characters and immediately wanted to buy it, and they got to introduce this fun Puzzle League game in the process. A game they may have not otherwise checked out, which I think is a really cool benefit of it altogether. And I will say as well, I remember the original commercial of the game. It was like this gladiator walking into arena, and instead of giving a sword, he was given an N64 controller, and in front of him, like, a giant totem appeared, but it was like the totem had, like, the colored blocks that you see in Pokemon Puzzle League, and then they just showed the gameplay with the Pokemon characters. I saw that, and I immediately went to my parents. It was like, can we get this game next time we go to Toys R Us? And that's why.
I never saw the commercial. I rented this game at Blockbusters.
Yeah.
I rented it for so long that in the end my parents, they were like, well, whenever it goes on sale, we'll get you a copy. It went on sale, and then I got a copy of it.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. But no, I adore Pokemon Puzzle League. It's just timeless gameplay. Like, there are so many different versions of this game. Like, even if you don't have Nintendo Switch an online expansion pack, you can also just play Panel Depon. Now, I will say, Panel Depon, if you're not a Japanese reader, it's a little harder to get into Panel Depon if you don't already understand the gameplay because, of course, you can't read the text. I feel like that was made for those who already know they like the game so they can have a way to play online with friends. I think that's why that got added. That's my theory. And for that reason, I played it a lot. But Pokemon Puzzle League is a better way to do it because you can actually learn the game and hone your craft. And quite frankly, it has more characters that you care about because very few, like, I can attest to people who have asked to play Panel Depon and would not do it with me. Pokemon just has that more appeal because they just want, the puzzle gameplay is fine, but they just really want to see the Pokemon characters, which is fine, which is totally fine. So you have, like, just good gameplay with a nice backdrop in the background with the great music from the Pokemon anime, which is just the icing on the cake. It's just, yeah, no, this is a fantastic game even today. It's timeless. It's timeless. Like there's been so many different versions of Panel Depon / Puzzle League released over the years. They figure out new ways to kind of like add modes, add features, but the simple gameplay by itself is totally fine. And I think I said it, I'll say it again, it's timeless. So the fact that we have this on here with online play, it's just great. I'm happy this is here. Yeah, if you've never tried this game and you have Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, I can't recommend it enough. It really does hold up. It's a really fun puzzle game. Any last thoughts before we wrap this up?
No, not really. You summed it up.
Well, yep, this is a pretty easy recommend from us. And with that, want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I have some exciting announcements for you guys as far as the stream. We haven't got our stream schedule just yet on our social media. We'll be getting that for you guys soon. But I have some exciting announcements. So Christy, she has been joining me in our Friday streams. And, occasionally it doesn't hold up like she has done tonight. But you're about to see a lot more of her. And I do mean literally see. Like, up to this point, she's been like, this is embodied like ghost voice.
Well, technically, they've already seen me if you guys have checked out HPCritical's YouTube.
That's true.
I was on a podcast with Jarrell.
That's true.
It was pretty much an impromptu podcast.
That's very true. So yes, the episode you were discussing was, which one was it? It was the where you're talking it was the 16, was it, or was it something else?
It was about the PlayStation State of Play, along I think with I wanted to say Pokemon news as well too. It was very much an impromptu podcast that we did.
Very true. So yes, if you guys want to see Christy's beautiful face, she is currently on that episode on our YouTube, HP Critical, spacing between HP and Critical, where Jarrell and her will talk about Pokemon news and Final Fantasy 16. But all that to say, starting this Wednesday, Christy is going to become a regular part of our weekly podcast, which I am very excited to have you join that. I love hearing your opinions on like different things, and we talk about some crazy stuff on these podcasts. I'm going to be glad to have you on. So anyone who hasn't seen our live podcast before, you can obviously listen to it in all your favorite podcast hosting services when the podcast goes live. But if you want to watch us live, then you get to actually see us. Or if you're watching the podcast on YouTube, you can also see us there. It's myself. Jarrell, our wonderful website founder, is the host of it. We are also joined by Kelly. And we formerly had Gabe on the podcast, and we do want to have him back on at some point. His schedule just kind of little different from ours at the moment. So Christy will be filling in and hopefully staying as well once Gabe eventually figures out his schedule. We want to eventually have 5 people. We've had 4 for a while, but we eventually do want to expand to 5. So this is not to say that Christy's just taking a substitute and just leaving when Gabe comes back. We do want her to stay on.
Yes, I'm totally leaving when Gabe comes back. Gabe is like kicking me out. He's saying goodbye.
If Gabe does that, I will strike him down. But yes, this coming Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, you guys can look forward to us two returning for the podcast along with Jarrell and Kelly. And she and I will be back again this Friday because Live Alive finally comes out. I really enjoyed the demo, so I'm looking forward to playing the full game when it releases this Friday. I have not decided if I'm going to be continuing my progress in the demo or starting another story. If I did, I'd be continuing.
I haven't even played the demo.
I think you should. I think you'll enjoy it. I will say I would highly recommend starting with the Imperial China one because I think that's the best one. The Distant Future one, which is on the demo, I don't think is a good representative of the game. It doesn't have combat and it's very slow paced. I think you would say it better be best off saving that for last if you were to play that in the demo. How I did it was I did the Twilight Japan. Oh, I didn't mean to turn it back on. No. I was just like reaching my controller to grab something and then just accidentally pressed it. Accidentally, he says. Anyway, no, like the Twilight of Edo with the ninja was all right. It's a very different type of gameplay, but I think Imperial China is just really, really demonstrates what this game is capable of telling like very distinct stories. So I would try that one first. Yeah, but I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Thank you for the plot. I appreciate it. Isn't she wonderful, people? We're going to talk about something on the podcast and she's going to applaud us. Maybe. Anyway.
I mean, we shall see.
We shall see. We shall see. So again, that is 8 p.m. on 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday for the podcast and 7 p.m. Eastern on Friday for Live Alive. And the last stream I'm going to be doing this week, as far as we know for now, is why did I highlight Mario Kart? Oh, that's right, because there's another Mario Kart Live tournament. Not Mario Kart Live, that's a different game. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tournament is coming out this weekend, and I'm going to be competing on Saturday, starting at 6:30 p.m. Was it 6:30 p.m.? No, it's 6 p.m. I'm sorry, 6 p.m. on Saturday. 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, I'm going to be competing in the latest Mario Kart 8 Deluxe North American tournament. Once again, going against the best and taking a few dubs, but mostly taking L's because these people are crazy monsters. But it's fun. I love playing against the best of the best because, you get money for winning, being the top 8 in a tournament. And they play like they're playing for money. Let me just say that. It's rough out of these streets, literally. But, yeah, come see me do my absolute best against the best in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Again, at 6 p.m. this Saturday. So that's our streams. Again, we're going to have a stream schedule on social media, which is on Twitter at critical_HP, Facebook at HPCritical, and our Instagram is HPCritical Gaming. So you guys can stay up to date on our streams when they go live and the stream schedule, along with stuff from our main website, hpcritical.com, where we have all kind of different articles on gaming, movie, and other forms of media, all kinds of different opinion pieces and news pieces and all that good stuff. Definitely check out hpcritical.com for the latest and all that good stuff. And again, follow our social media. We'll let you know when that stuff goes live so you guys can see that as well. So give those a follow. Definitely give those a follow. We definitely would appreciate that. I think that's all I got. If you want to follow me, I'm at Mr. Louis Down on Twitter. Hey, Christy, where can they find you at, though?
So you can find me on Twitter at RubyAmber5.
Sweetness. Well, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Oh, by the way, next episode of Doesn't Hold Up, I think we're going to be going back. Like, I have our stream schedule here. I can probably tell you real quick what's going to be happening. That is not the one I was looking for. Where's the rough stream schedule for July? There it is. Yeah, I do believe next week is going to be Earthworm Jim. Well, actually, there may not be Earthworm Jim. I got to talk to Toby because I do want to have him with me for when I play Earthworm Jim. We do love our Toby here on HB Critical.
I miss Toby.
Honestly, I gotta have you two talk to each other because you haven't done it in a while. I gotta figure out a time where we can just all play a game or something, just so we can just hang. But yeah, that's coming up soon. So if I can get Toby for next episode, it's gonna be Earthworm Jim 2. If not, I will find another game. So don't worry. Either way, Doesn't Hold Up. We'll be back next week. So stay tuned for details on that. All right, I rambled long enough, but that's what happens when I'm with Christy. We just banter. That's just what happens. This is just what happens. If you ever seen it,
very true.
If you see like a stream with myself and Christy on it, there's just gonna be banter, party banter, just like about whatever. Like
Yeah.
we could just do it. We could spend the next 20 minutes talking about something completely unrelated, like how's that key?
How AI the Summoning Files. You don't play it late at night because it's a murder mystery.
Yeah, don't play murder mystery.
Stumbling upon a dead body in the middle of the night when you're trying to go to sleep is not the best idea.
Yeah, I had some problems. I played some Danganronpa late nights sometimes. That was a mistake, especially in
it's always a mistake.
Especially Danganronpa V3, because because of that game. Like, I got that on PS4, so I would sit down to play that. So I would play them in longer sessions because obviously I wasn't playing it portably, so that's how I would do it. And I would sit there and I would get so engrossed that I would just play for hours, and then it would get dark. But I wanted to keep playing because I had to know what happened next, so I just kept going. And before I knew it, there's a murder happening, a very graphic murder, mind you. And then I had to go to sleep an hour away.
Well, it's not as bad as playing the first Zero Escape game at 2 a.m. while you're in bed trying to go to sleep, and then all of a sudden you get the submarine ending, and you're like, what the heck just happened? And then you're trying to go back to sleep, and now you hear noise outside, and then you just panic a little bit.
I hope we demonstrated. I hope we demonstrated our point that we can literally just start bantering about anything. I figured you'd find something, and we took about 3 minutes to banter about that. We're doing the outro, but that was intentional. I just wanted to prove a point. That's how it happens. We will annoy Jarrell this Wednesday with bantering about something. I figure we should.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure if you go back to our podcast episodes on some of the podcast streaming sites, that there is supposed to be a Kingdom Hearts 3 Part 2 discussion episode, but because we bantered for so long, it's now lost. Part 2 got corrupted, so it's never there.
Well, something happened to it. It got lost in the data storm. So unfortunately, that's banter that we will remember, but the audience will not. So I apologize that episode will never come out.
It was great banter because we would say one good thing. So we would say one good thing about Kingdom Hearts 3, and then after that, one of us would say two more things that were like, well, they did this great, but, and we list.
Yeah,
It became like it was like a 3-hour long podcast in the end, like in total.
it was. It was, but it was a great podcast. And
Great.
sorry, not sorry. Like I still put Kingdom Hearts 3 as my favorite Kingdom Hearts game. We are well past the honeymoon phase, and I still feel that way. I really got to get around to doing that critical mode because I got to see how hard it is, how hard that game can be. Because obviously Kingdom Hearts 3 was, people complained it was too easy, and then Nomura came and heard all that, and then the game got really hard.
Yeah, people complained it was too easy, and then after that, they released the DLC, and some of us were still trying to go through the DLC.
Yeah. Oh boy. I hope you guys are happy. You know what? I just thought of something real quick before we end for real. We unfortunately didn't get a chance to do a tweet about this, but I just want to point out that a few days ago was the 1-year anniversary of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD's release. And for those who've been watching, we are still playing through that game because, life and game schedules and whatever just kind of got in the way. But we're very close to finishing that game. I just want to point that out. Like, we have literally 2 parts left. I did a charity stream that was our most successful stream yet in terms of viewers, that is. Just watching me do the side quest of Skyward Sword for like about 4 hours. And so, yeah, that was a great turnout. We had some great discussion going on in that stream. But all the side quests are done. So literally all we have is 2 more streams to like finish up the story. And that's going to be great. And once that's done, I'm kind of hovering over something here. I wonder what it could be. There might be more Zelda in the future. I couldn't imagine what Zelda game it could be. But, if you enjoyed me and Christy just kind of like co-oping Puzzle League, even on the single player mode, there just might be more of that in a full playthrough coming in the future. I don't know. Who knows? Who can say? Look forward to that in the future. All right, guys, for real now. Have a wonderful night. Take care. Bye.